There is something happening in the world right now. A lot of things are changing and they are affecting almost all aspects of human existence. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're playing the game until you look back and you're like, how the hell the world is moving so fast in all aspects of human existence, mentally, socially, spiritually, economically, emotionally. We are going to look at only three spheres of human influence for you to understand this video, which is marriage, education, and religion. Now, religion can be seen as a gateway to access spirituality, as we have the people going to church to pray in order to reach out to God, people going to mosque to pray just to reach out to God. Now, education, you only perceive the world based on how you have been taught, what information you have been fed with, and which will lead you to what you are going to perform in the number three, which is marriage. Marriage can be also sociological, because when two people have come together as a union, they are coming together to form a family, and it is whatever they have learned through education that they are going to pass down to their children. Now, the message of this video is to make you to understand how the pillars of human influence are no longer perceived to be as valuable as they used to be in the past. Because in the past, more than 1,000 years ago, hundreds of years ago, these things has been existing. Education, marriage, and religion, they have been there. Somebody may be asking, now, why are you not mentioning about culture? All of these things are embedded in culture. They are all man-made. Even culture, even though they have been existing in so many years ago, they are all man-made. But now they are changing. And the fact that they are changing makes me to wonder how the world will look like even in the next 400 years or 500 years. Let's take education for an example. Education has been there for a long time, but came into prominence in the early 1880s during the Industrial Revolution. When the first Industrial Revolution came in, after the agrarian period, when people stopped working with animals, stopped using animals as machineries, and then transformed into using machines in the production of things, in farming. Instead of using cattle and bulls, now people are using tractors. So this is the first industrial revolution. Now at a point, people are now working in the factory. But now look at where education really started. At a point, people now began to understand that in order not to be the one controlling the machines, you can get some certain knowledge that can enable you to control the people that are controlling the machine. Now follow me. This is where the schooling system gained prominence. So now people stopped operating the machine for a while and go to an institution they're known as schools, just to gain certain knowledge so that they can come back in the factory or in the society and be able to control people that are working, that are controlling the machines. So for the fact that they have gone to school, give them the upper hand in the human echelon and in the hierarchy to be able to control other humans to perform the work. At a point, that period was beginning to shift, and then we entered into the 19th century, and then there comes the information age. Now people, instead of making money through oils, into farming, agriculture, powers are being shifted to the custodians of information, and that information age is correlated with this current economy right now called the computer age, the digital age. And no more talking about the people that are working in the farm, or people working in the factory, or people controlling those who are working in the factory. Then you can understand how the power has been shifted, and then till now. Now, if you can be very honest with yourself, you can understand that the most powerful people are not the people who owns the most land. They are not the people who owns the most machineries. The most strongest, powerful, and influential people in this world right now are the people with information. This is where education, formal education, begins to have problems. Since you know that what worked in the early centuries, like in the past generation, may not necessarily be working into this generation, why would you still be applying it even into this world? And that becomes a problem. It became a problem because of the high increase in the level of unemployment that we are facing in this world. Now, the second one is marriage. If you are a Christian, you must have heard about the Adam and Eve as the first people that came into existence as human. So, if you are going to trace the origin of marriage, you are going to trace them from there. That brings out the notion that marriage is made by God. The simple truth there is that marriage is man-made. Just like culture is man-made, just like 80 to 90% of what we operate in this world right now, they are all man-made. Marriage is man-made. You can choose to marry or not to marry. But now, many people take it as a compulsory term that they must marry. Fast forward to this age, you will understand that a lot of things have changed. Number one, people are using marriage as a job opportunity, as an employment opportunity, and as an exploitative avenue to rip off the other person. People are now capitalizing on marriage as a means of exploitation. Look at what is happening into the modern marriage. There's been a radical change, and this is the reason why most men, and I mean most men, are no more interested in marriage. Modern marriage favors women more than men. Modern marriage is more exploitative to men than to women. Number three aspects of human existence that is really changing so much, even though when people don't believe that, is religion. Probably religion is one of the harmful things that has happened to humanity. Many people have killed because of religion. Many people have done many unthinkable things just because of religion. Look at what happened in Libya. People persecute the other religion, persecuting other religion. As that's going to solve any problem, we do a lot of ridiculous things in the name of religion with the hope of gaining some unseen eternal reality, which we have not even seen yet. Many people killed so that they can go to heaven and have some 7 nipple-pointed virgins. And that has become their only motivation to kill. That has become their only motivation to waste life and shed blood. Religion has been changing. Let me take church as an example. I'm a Christian, so I will take that as an example because I know it so well. People's eyes have been opening. People have been seeing the evil, the damages that have come with religion. And at a point, they say to themselves, we're not going to continue this way. This is not it. And then, to be very honest with you and to be frank with you, it is not the same way it is now that it was in the early time, in the 90s or in the 18th centuries. There's been a lot of change into this world. Now people are making use of their brain. People are thinking. People are being critical. People are being logical. To be pragmatic, more pragmatic in their dealings. They are not just being like zombies doing whatever anybody just told them to do. So people are beginning to have this sense of awakening in them, and then that has encouraged other people and even other preachers to come up to expose what other people have been doing in that industry called religion or church. I don't want this video to be too long, but I hope you understood my point. There's been a lot of radical change in the human spheres of influence. Why I use these three, marriage, education, and religion, is because they are the three aspects of human influence that affected all other influence in this world. including culture. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you for your time. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you know what to do, like and share. Thank you so much, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye bye for now. May God bless you.